After finishing her A-level, Anna Holl was working for 6 months as a volunteer in Juba, the capital of the Republic of South Sudan. There she was staying at a nice small guest house in the center of Juba, close to the White Nile. She quickly made friends with the staff and the guests of the house, with whom she spent time after work and at the weekends. Her South Sudanese friends made it possible for her to experience the real African way of living. Every morning Anna leaves her new home and takes the way up to the Konyu Konyu market, a chaotic and colorful place crowded with people. From there, buses depart to all parts of Juba. Anna takes the bus to Lologo, one of the districts of Juba, which is situated in the south on the western side of the River Nile. Lologo is a relatively young district, which is gradually taking shape. It is the home for many people who have settled down in Juba recently. Most of the houses are made of mud, covered by a grass top roof or iron sheets. There is no proper water supply through pipelines and no sewage drain to get rid of the feces. Anna gets off the bus at the Center for Vocational Training and Community Development, which is operated by the South Sudanese NGO St. Vincent de Paul Society. There she works as a teacher in St. Vincent de Paul kindergarten and primary school.
How did I come to South Sudan in the first place? I was a member of an association called Po Sudan in Austria, and there we were collecting money, sending it to Sudan and South Sudan to projects for development. And after finishing my A-levels, I wanted to see something of the world. I wanted to see something different from my home country, from Austria. So I said, let me go to South Sudan, let me see these projects, and that's what I did.
St. Vincent de Paul School is divided into nursery and primary school. Anna's classroom is situated under a big tree, as there is a lack of buildings. The pupils like their Kawacha teacher very much. Kawacha stands for white people. They also nicknamed her Anna Keji, which means the firstborn daughter in Bari language. Anna teaches English in primary 4.
She likes watching the sun rising over the top of the trees.
In this class there is a wide range of age. Pupils are from 10 up to 18 years old. The reason for that is that many families came back from foreign countries after the war had ended. The children who had grown up outside their home country had to start school at a lower level due to a lack of English knowledge. In the South Sudanese syllabus, there is no separate subject for reading and writing. These are part of English classes. As a result, many pupils face big problems in reading and some even in writing. This makes teaching a daily challenge. After realizing this problem, Anna decided to produce reading books herself. After teaching and correction work, she spent a lot of time in the teacher's office to finish off the reading book and also cooperated with the other teachers in order to find solutions for the problems the school faces. The first reading book was finished quickly and is now being used in St. Vincent's School. The applied method is very successful. Pupils are taught how to read step by step and in a way appropriate for children.
Everything he has make.
Who wants to read next?
She then feed the small chicken.
After a short time, Anna also realized the many problems that her colleagues face every day, all resulting from a lack of money. First of all, teachers only earn around 90 euros a month. Although they have to teach 100 pupils in one classroom and are hardly trained. Therefore, teaching is hard work. Another big problem are school facilities and materials. With the help of Pro Sudan, Anna was able to change the situation for the better. The headmaster of St. Vincent's School tries to keep school fees as low as possible, so that many families are able to send their kids to school. Therefore, the budget of the school is, however, very low, and it is impossible to buy books for pupils. In primary school, there are no school books in any level. This means that the blackboard is the only book available. If a teacher wants to do reading exercises, he or she first has to write down the text on the blackboard.
Okay, listen! Listen to this boy. Hey! Ita! A chord. Good! Clap for him! Clap for him!
Many of the old blackboards had big holes in them. This made teaching complicated, especially in the lower classes where students generally have difficulties copying sentences from the blackboard. If, for example, a teacher had to complete the sentence in the next line, as there was a big hole in the board, pupils tended to do the same in their exercise books. So finally, new blackboards were bought for 40 euros each. Pro Sudan exchanged the old boards for the new ones. Another aspect that made teaching difficult was the furniture. St. Vincent de Paul School didn't have any desks for their pupils. Children were sitting on plastic chairs they brought on their own. At the beginning of each lesson, teachers had to arrange the chairs anew in order to have proper teaching conditions. This again meant a big loss of time and resulted in disturbance. Now there is a seating plan, so there is less disturbance and it's much easier to keep order. For 4,400 euros provided by Pro Sudan, desks were bought for both nursery and primary school. Anna and the headmaster of the school, John Sabit, visited the various markets in Juba in order to purchase all the materials for desks, blackboards and books. These were given to the vocational training center where the students or local craftsmen did the work. In addition, the bamboo frames of the classrooms were finally modded. Before, the noise from outside the classroom disturbed lessons a lot. Cars that drove by or simply the wind were distracting the pupils from the lessons. Even the teaching from the next classroom could be heard. Once a teacher was doing mathematics in primary 2, and a pupil couldn't answer his question. One of the pupils in the next classroom, primary 4, screamed, "Teacher, I know the answer!" Today, lessons are taught in modded classes. A lot has changed, not only for the school, but also for Anna.
In my life, South Sudan changed a lot, but it's hard to say it in words. It's hard to give examples, but because I was living in South Sudan for half a year, I got a lot of impressions and feelings and everything. So now when I look at the world, I don't look at the world with only Austrian eyes. I look with one Austrian eye, and the other one is a South Sudanese eye. So I've got two eyes now.
The story of St. Vincent's School is fascinating. Before Anna started supporting the project, the community of Lologo had already set up several buildings on their own. It is amazing to see how much they achieved with little means. In 2009, promoted by the elders and the parents of the community, the school was started under the trees with 3 nursery and 1 primary class. Every year a new class was added, and also the badly needed buildings were constructed. Now there are 3 nursery and 4 primary classes all in all. Around 500 children are taught by 12 teachers. Whoever wants to send their kids to St. Vincent's School needs to pay 80 euros school fee a year. Even though this amount seems to be acceptable, many parents cannot afford to provide all their children with education. In South Sudan, families are rich in children. You can hardly find a family with less than 5 kids. If parents need to pay school fees for all their kids, this can be a serious financial burden. Aside from that, there are many widows in the area of Lologo. Their husbands died during war or due to sickness. These women now struggle to care for their kids alone. In many cases, money is spent for the most important things of everyday life, while there's nothing left for education. The headmaster of St. Vincent de Paul School, John Sabit, wants to keep the school fees as low as possible, as he wants to make sure that many parents can send their children to school. That's why little money is left for the maintenance of the classrooms and the running of the school. In addition, teachers need to be paid. The headmaster is therefore torn by the needs of parents, children and teachers, and his intent as a headmaster to maintain the school in a good way.
This year we received donation from people of Austria. They help us with provision of tables, desks and textbooks. which is really very great support to these schools. All in all, we help all those, we thank all those who contributed towards the project of the schools in South Sudan. Thank you very much.
Anna puts all her heart and soul into the future development of the school, and her experience will of course influence the activities set by Pro Sudan.
I have been in South Sudan for half a year and I had a very great time. I saw all the problems that people are facing, but I also saw how hard people are struggling to overcome these problems. And I saw the good work that people are doing. So I had a very good time. In the school where I was working, the plan is to build permanent classes, because now the mudded classrooms, they are destroyed by the rain every year. So the plan is to build permanent ones. And as now the school is part of my life, I want to try with the association Pro Sudan. We want to support this building of classrooms. And everyone who can contribute something, we are happy about this one. So this is obviously not the last time for me to go to South Sudan. Once a friend told me that if you once drank the water of the river Nile, that you have to come back to taste it again. And I think I have to go back to taste the water of the river Nile.